Hey guys, welcome back. This is Vengat. So in this video, we're going to see how can we connect OpenAI by using Spring AI, because till now we have seen how to download the models from internet and run it in local by using Olama platform and all. And we tried with multiple models like Gemma, like Mistral, all those models, right? But these are all running in local. Obviously we can't able to run all the models in local, okay, because we had some restrictions like hardware restrictions. Obviously you can't rely on very big hardware or very effective hardware, because we don't have that much. Because I had some hardware like RTX 3050 Ti in my local, so that I can able to pull some models. At least I can able to run it model in my local, okay, some 4.5 GB model and all. But if I can't able to go ahead, no, it's not possible, because my hardware also very limited, okay. I can't able to go beyond that. If I go beyond that, it won't work actually, so it will start to fail and it won't run at all. So likewise, you also have some kind of restriction in your locals. You can't able to go beyond that, right? So that is for just a POC. But in real time, right, obviously we will use some kind of API, external APIs by some providers. We will start to consume that API and we will pass some request and we will start to get the response actually, okay. That's how it's going to be. So for one of the provider like OpenAI, it's a proprietary provider where we can able to onboard to that particular platform, and we'll start to consume that endpoints, okay. That's the intention of this OpenAI, and how we can able to connect by using the code actually, okay. So that's the whole video. Maybe I can show you like how we can able to connect OpenAI. And one more thing, like first we need to know like how we do the setup and how we can able to onboard to the OpenAI. Then only we can able to proceed with the code, okay. So let's get started. So here, this is our documentation. So here, OpenAI chat. So if you come to the Spring documentation, as I showed, like OpenAI chat, and you will see all the OpenAI chat related information and properties. All those things you will get it here, including dependencies. Okay. So so before getting to the code, first thing we need to do the setup of the OpenAI and the API keys and all, because once you set the keys, then only you can able to go and proceed with our code, okay, because that is the core. So now let me go here. So this is a documentation for OpenAI, and if you see here, you can see the model like GPT 4.1, 4.1, O4 mini and O3. There are a couple of models, and if you click on view all, and you will see all the other models, and you can compare also. You can compare any of the models with anyone. Then only you can able to get to which is better and which is more providing feature, and what all capabilities it had. All those things we will get to know, okay, that you can compare. If you click on the settings icon, right, so you will see this particular page, okay. First, once you coming to this particular platform, you have to create a project. You can create any projects. I created just a default project, okay. Once you create the project, then once you click on the settings icon, you can see all this option. So here there is an option called billing, okay. As I mentioned, it's a proprietary. Obviously you have to pay some amount to get the features and facilities from this platform, right? If you want to use any API or consume the API, obviously you have to pay for the price, okay. So here I already paid some amount like 500 plus, it's around $5, okay. It's an initial amount from $5 to some more amount you can able to create. So you can able to add it to this your account, okay. For example, if you click on the add to credit, it will ask, okay, minimum is $5 and $95, okay. Enter between the amount you can add. So I added $5 and I added my card and I just did the payment. It's about 500 rupees. So as I would request everyone, you can go and add 500 rupees. I would say it's a amount, but once you paid the amount, obviously you can do a lot of POCs and you can do a lot of play around with the APIs, open APIs basically. So then you need not to worry about your hardware, all those things. Everything will be running in the OpenAI environment, and you just pass the request and response, you will get it, okay. So one thing, you just disable the auto recharge, because I don't want any auto recharge has to be happen once the credit balance ran out. For POC, more than enough, I would say $5. You can add the $5 and you can do the POCs and all. So this is one thing. This is what I just want to highlight. And second thing is like billing. Let me go to the documentation once, and pricing. So if you go here, there are a lot of models pricing will be there, okay. You can see GPT-4. 4.1 is $2, input is $2, and output is $8, okay. You have to be very careful, because it's not like you are just hitting the API, you will getting the response. Whatever the input you are sending, based on the input size, you're going to charge it. Because this is like whenever you are typing something, like if I ask tell me some joke, this is one sentence, okay. It will start to divide, okay. Tell is one token, and me is one character, like that it will start to split it and consider as a unknown token. So likewise, there is some certain limitations. Okay, so you need to be very careful by using by constructing your prompt, and how much your response you are getting, right? That is also going to get charged along with your cast inputs. Okay, so that's the thing, and you can see how this price was get charged. Okay, so if you top, you can see price per 1 million token. Whenever you are reaching 1 million token, okay, then you will get charged. For example, take one of the model like GPT-4o mini. GPT-4o mini, if you reach 1 million token, for example, input level you reached 1 million token, then you will get charged into 15 cents. Okay, so again, same 1 million token you reached for output, then you will get charged to 60 cents. Okay, likewise, you will get charged. Click on dashboard. You can see there is an option called API keys. Here you can go and create a new secret key. The secret key you should not share with anyone, and keep it secret with you. So let me create one key. So I'll create one key like test key, maybe. Okay, so here I'm showing the key because after this video I will delete this key, so no point in using this key actually. So let me copy this. Let me go here. Maybe I'll put it here. Okay, just for some time. Okay, cool. So now our key is ready. So next thing is like we need to do the project setup, right? So till now we have done with the Olama and all. So similar we need to do for OpenAI as well, right? So first you have to go to the pom.xml. So here you have to add one dependency. Okay, so Spring AI starter model.openai. So this is the dependency. This you can get it from this particular documentation itself, or else you can directly get it from the Spring Initializr. Okay, whichever you're comfortable, you can take it. So same thing, I just copy and put it here. Okay, once you put it, just go and start to build it. Okay, you can do the maven clean install. I already ran it. So the project is built and set it up. Okay, once your project is set up and you are ready to go. So what I did, two things. Let me close this. I'll create a two controller. I created one package called OpenAI and two controller. One is OpenAI controller, one is OpenAI custom controller. OpenAI controller is nothing but like just straightforward. We'll use how we had Llama chat model, right? Similar, we can use OpenAI chat model directly, and we'll just auto edit like this. Okay, and we will start to use this. Okay, this is one way, and second way is like I don't want Spring to supply this bean for this OpenAI chat model. Instead, I will create my one object for the chat model and start to pass all the options and any API keys whichever is required for that particular model, and I can call the model and get the response. Okay, by passing the query. So here you can see is a very plain endpoint, and you can see only one thing I added, OpenAI chat model. So I just auto edit. So once you auto-void, so obviously Spring will start to supply this bean for this particular model, right? So here, instead of this null, I'll put OpenAI chat model call, and I'm passing the query. Query is nothing but a query param. Okay. So here, instead of browser directly, I just go to the Postman, because going forward we will use some post request and all. So Postman is very comfortable, and here I'm going to pass the query param. So what I will do, I'll just type hi. Okay, but now I'm not going to hit it. This is just a sample message. Will it work? Obviously it won't work, because you have to do the setup of API key, because whenever you're hitting any OpenAI related stuff, obviously without API key you can't able to access any of the endpoints from the OpenAI platform. Okay, so what you can do, you can directly go ahead and here property, let me get into the, let me go to the documentation. So you will see there is a property called Spring AI OpenAI API key. This same property we're going to set it. So if I go to here, I'll type spring.ai.OpenAI API key, and whatever the key I had, I'll just cut it and put it here. Okay, so that's it. I think we done with the OpenAI API key. Are we good to proceed? Yes, we are good to proceed. So let me run this application. Okay, cool. So application is started, and let's start to run. Okay, so application is started, up and running. So let me allow it. Okay, so once it is start to run, so let me go here. We already have the endpoints and we have the query. Hi, I'm just hitting it. So now the request is happening. So what is happening? It will hit our endpoint, and our endpoint will automatically hit the OpenAI endpoints. Okay, so now how can I assess today? I will ask some other question like who are you? Who are you? Obviously we know, so we are not downloading any model running local. We are just consuming the OpenAI endpoints to run our prompts in there. environment, right? So now you can see I'm an AI language model created by OpenAI. Cool. So now this is just a very plain and by using chat model. Go here. If you scroll down, two more properties. One is yeah, so you can see, yeah, this one model. I'll take this property, I'll go and put it here, and I'll take one more property which is called max token. Okay, I'll go here, I'll put it here. So these are like two properties. One is like to set the models. If you want to set any specific models to get the request, so you can set the models. And max token, obviously, as I mentioned, you have to be very careful by generating token, because response you have to be truncated. Otherwise, what will happen if it generate more response, then your credit balance will go out. Then reduce the response actually, because instead of 500 characters, if you're okay with 200 characters, then go ahead. Okay, so here I will set to 200. And for model, so if I go to the documentation, right, you will see what is the default value is a GPT-4o mini. Okay, GPT-4o mini is the default model. So I don't want GPT-4o mini. Instead, I will go to some other model. What you can do, directly go to the documentation. So here, the previous screen which I showed, here you can see all the models. Let me click on the view, and maybe we can take 401 GPT-4o we can take. So what I can do, I can take copy and go and paste it here. Simple. This is the model name. Let me go here. So let me stop it. I'll rerun it. Yeah, it's starting and up running. So I'll ask the same question. Yeah, it's working. Okay, cool. So now it's a different response. If you see application properties, okay, I'm setting the plain API key. It's a very secret key. As I mentioned, you should not share it with anyone. Obviously we won't set it anything in secret key in the property file. It will be in the environment variable. Okay, so to do that, what we can do, you can directly go here and click on the edit configuration. There is an option called environment variable. What you can do, simply click on here, add and open underscore a and underscore API. Maybe key, we can keep it. Instead of OpenAI, we will put it OpenAI API key. Then I'll paste this key here. Okay, so once key is set it in the environment variable. So let me go and take the environment variable name, because by using this name only we can able to access. So we need to resolve this. How we can able to resolve? By using this dollar and putting this flower braces, we can able to resolve this. Okay, so now whenever I am running the application, it will start to resolve this OpenAI key. Okay, let me run it. So it's running. Application is up and running. Let me hit it again. So ideally it should work now without any issues. Cool, it's working. So now let me go and minimize it. Let me stop it, and I'll go to the open custom controller. So here let me get into presentation mode. So this is a presentation mode, and you can see clearly all the text. And here, so one thing, like we need to create a OpenAI API. Okay, OpenAI, because here only we need to set the OpenAI keys. OpenAI API equal to OpenAI API dot builder. So this is a builder pattern. So basically you have to set the API key like this. So here I also don't want to set like hardcode the API keys and all. So what I can do, I can get it from the environment variable. So you can type system.get env and you can pass the name. So once you pass the name, same name, so it will get it from the environment variable and take this key, pass it here and build the object. Okay, once it is built, your API key is ready, that object basically. Then we need to set the OpenAI chat options. OpenAI chat options also we need to pass, because we had some couple of chat options like max token and what model I want to use it, like that. Okay, so here what I will do, I will use OpenAI chat option dot builder dot model. We can give any model. Basically let me get out, and if I go to go back, what I can take, maybe O3 model. So I'll copy this model. This is a different model. Let me minimize this. I'll paste it here. Okay, so I'll paste it here. So this is the different model name, and I'll set the max token equal to 200. can set any token whichever you want, whichever you're comfortable, and keep it in mind all the credits and all. Okay, so once it is done, so we are good to create a chat model object I'm creating. So chat model object dot build dot, here we need to pass the OpenAI. So here OpenAI object we already built it, and dot, you see the default option, we can pass the OpenAI chat options. Once it is done, let me put it in the next line for understanding. Yeah, then I'll ready to build it. Once it is built, then our chat model is ready. Then I'll go and just replace it with a null call. I'll pass the query. So same, whatever we did in the previous file, same, there is no difference. But the only thing is, I'm not asking Spring to do all this step, just passing the object. Instead, I will create my own object. I'll set the API key, I'll set the options or properties instead of the property file, everything in the code. I can do customize whatever I want for this chat model. So that's what I did. Okay, so now we are good to start. Let me run it. And I'll just get out from the presentation mode. You can see application is already up and running. Okay, it started. Let me go here, and I'll create one more endpoint like custom chat and query. I'm not giving anything, so let me ask some question like, hi, I'm getting error. Let me go here. So what error I'm getting? 404. SP verify to, okay, so basically there is a restriction to use this. For what time being, what I will do, I'll go to maybe 4.0 mini. I can take the 4.0 mini and I'll stop it. Let me set this 4.0 mini. Let me run it. This model restriction and all we need to see, because I created some default project, right? Likewise, we need to do setup. Maybe this models might be restricted. We need to see. Let's hit it again. Okay, now also I'm getting the error. Okay, so there are some properties actually it is not supporting. You can see, right, max token, it is looking for max completion token. So what I will do, whatever the model which we took, I'll take the same model, I'll put it here instead of taking some other model. Let me stop it and run it again. Okay, so you can take any model, but again, as I mentioned, right, you have to check the documentation. So which are the models and what are the properties are allowed, based on that only we can able to do it. So here it is asking for some other options. I stick with the same one what we did previously. So now let me send it again. So this model is working, and maybe I'll ask some other code like tell me some joke. Okay, so let me hit it. Okay, cool. There are a lot of jokes. It is, why don't skeleton fight each other? They don't have the guts. Oh my god. Okay, cool. This is a whole about OpenAI stuffs, how we can able to connect. So I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching the video.